with his godfather?
Which happens to be his stepfather.
Okay, so he's in the house with your kids, right?
Yes.
Sex offender.
I did not know at the time that he was a sex offender.
Sex offender. Did you know who he was and what he was capable of doing to your children?
No, I did not.
Then why are you leaving your kids there?
I didn't know he was a sex offender.
Why do you leave your kids with strangers then?
They're not strangers.
They're not strangers.
No.
So you just leave your kids around. You were going around, dropping them off, leaving your kids. Why were you leaving your kids?
So I can get things done that I needed to get done.
Like what?
Find a job, find a house for them to be in.
And that's what you were doing?
Yeah.
And then the husband comes by, picks up the kids. Why did they tell your husband to come pick up the kids?
As far as I know, he went and took them.
As far as you know.
That's as far as I know.
How do you not know anything? How do you not know, as far as I know? You're here because you want your children back?
Yes, I do.
Why would you deserve to get your children back?
Because with me, they're safe.
Really? Safe and hungry, right? What are you doing to get your kids back now?
Right now, I'm remodeling a 5-bedroom house for my children.
Remodeling a 5-bedroom house.
They have 12 acres of land to run on.
The sex offender is actually a better parent than you. Imagine that. He's a better parent than you. He called your ex and said, you better come get your son. How about that?
That I did not know.
Where were you staying before this happened?
I was living across the hall from my husband's cousins.
Okay, so you had a place. And you take your kids and you drop them off to, you saw that picture, that guy. And you left them in custody of a sex offender. And you knew what he was. You
No,
can
I
sit
didn't.
up here and you can deny and say you didn't. You knew that guy. You knew that guy for a long time. You knew he was a sex offender.
I never knew that.
You let your kids stay in the house of a sex offender, and the sex offender had more common sense than you as a mother, and had to call your husband up and say, come get him. And you say, you don't know why that happened, you didn't know that, you don't know why you don't have your kids now. I'm going to ask you again, why don't you have your kids? Why didn't they come back and give them to you? You're letting your kids, your baby, out rolling around on the ground with dogs, and you don't pick it up. Two morons up here. Two dumbass morons blaming each other, and you know who has to suffer? The children. You let 2 children crawl around in filth. Your babies. Why don't you have your kids? Why didn't they come back and give them to you?
Good question. I'd love to know.
When are you going to find out? When are you going to find out? A good question. I'd like to know. You're saying you're remodeling a 5-bedroom house, right? And how are you doing that? With pixie dust?
No.
With what? How are you rehabbing this 5-bedroom house?
My roommates are helping me.
Your roommates are helping you. So there's some money going out to buy materials to rehab this house, right?
Yes.
Okay. How about some of that money and go see your kids? You haven't seen them in a year.
It's not my money.
So somebody's helping to give you money to rehab the house, but they won't give you money to go see your children? Are you really going to tell me that? This house is for the children, right?
It's not just for my children.
But it's for you and your children too,
Not just
right?
for me either.
But it's for your children and you too, right?
Yes.
Then why don't you use some of that money and go see your children? Oh, run away. Get a little too hot. You don't want to find out about your children. Are you going to run? Where are you running to? Where are you running to? Are you running away from your children? Huh? Where are you running to?
I'm going home.
That's why your kids don't know where their mother's at, because all you're doing is running. You out where your kid's at.
That's all right.
Baby, you can't go that way. You can't go this way.
I got you.